Progress we made as governor to streamline and simplify how Nebraskans interacted with our state agencies. We delivered excellent customer service and improved turnaround times for permits, requests, and so much more. As senator, one of my critical jobs is ensuring the federal government is doing things well for the American people, just like they're supposed to do. One of those things would be constituent services. My office hears more about the passport backlog than any other casework issue. Even expedited cases are taking 3 months in many cases now, and that is completely unacceptable. Newlyweds should not have to cancel their honeymoon because the federal government took more than 3 months to issue their passports. Nebraskans should not have to miss a family trip, funeral, or family wedding because the federal bureaucracy can't do its job in a timely manner. The Biden administration is failing to provide a basic government service. We recently had a committee hearing with Rena Bitter. She's the Assistant Secretary for Consular Affairs, where we discussed this massive, unacceptable backlog. I asked her specifically what her goal to process a passport application was. She had no goal. That's why I worked with Senator James Langford of Oklahoma to introduce the Passport Act to tackle this issue. I can tell you, if you do not have a goal to be able to work back to, you will fail. The Passport Act does a lot of things to attack the failures of Biden's State Department that got us to this point in the first place to make sure it never happens again. It is time for the Congress to act, to step in. When you have Rena Bitter not even having a plan and they don't know how to get there to reduce this backlog, we have to step up. So what the Passport Act does is it establishes a 12-week processing time, requires that remote work requests be refused until that timeline can be met, and frankly 12 weeks is pretty modest, requires the procedures and new training for reserve workforce to avoid this processing backlog in the future. It also tackles the lack of transparency in customer service at the State Department by requiring detailed status updates for passport applicants and creating a customer service chat feature. Now, a chat feature is something that a lot of businesses use to provide great customer service. And having that detailed timeline that you can go on, say, an internet website and see at what stage your passport is will help let you know where you are in the process. The transparency and customer service provisions that got passed out of the Foreign Relations Committee are now in the National Defense Authorization Act that we are considering this week. Tackling the lack of transparency is a solid, but just a first step. There is more work we need to do. I am going to keep fighting the bureaucratic failures that got us here in the first place and do whatever I can do to fix it. Meanwhile, my team and I will keep doing everything we can do to help Nebraskans navigate Biden's bureaucratic delays.